Good morning. Come on in. Good morning. How are we doing? Come on in. Good morning. Have you got your passports? Have you got your passports? Have you got your flip-flops? Have you got your suntan lotion? Have you packed? Are you ready to go? Going to take it easy today. Slowly, slowly. Catch your monkey. Come on in. Good morning. Lovely to have your company. Most of us have been hanging out together all weekend, haven't we? I know. It's great, isn't it? Lucy, if you're there, love, could you just send me a text to tell me that the sound is good? That would be marvellous. Good. I think it is. Good morning, everybody. Come on in, grab a seat. Ah, what a weekend, eh? What a weekend. All this virtual open day stuff. Grace and I were peddling like the clappers for 2 days. It was fun though, wasn't it? It worked really well. I mean, it wasn't the real deal. I know that. But when life gives you lemons, you make lemonade. And we certainly made a lot of lemonade at the weekend, didn't we? Eh? Come on in. Good morning. Great to have your company. Okay. Sound is perfect. Glad to hear it, Lucy. Lucy's in the building with you this morning, so if you have any questions, then direct them at Lucy. But we're going to take it easy if you don't mind. If you don't mind. It's a long old flight. Really long flight to where we're going. Do you know where we're going yet? Does the shirt give it away? Not really. I've been saving it for this special occasion. Cool, that reminds me. I remember years ago. I must tell you that story. Oh, yeah. Let's just call it the lost luggage tale. Says everything, doesn't it? Oh, yeah. Lessons learned. Lessons learned on that particular occasion. Come on in, come on in. It's lovely to have your company. Do you know, I don't know why I take my glasses off because I can't see a blinking thing. 9:59. And here we are in the SHAC. What's this? Week 13, is it? Let me just check. Do you know, that was week 11. No. Week 13. I've got to write it in my little diary. Week 13. Wunderbar. Do you want to see my little book? Right, I won't show you what I put in it. This is great. Watch. This is a prezi from one of you good people. Teamwork makes the dream work. Isn't that lovely? And I write my daily notes in there, see? So that I know what to say. Today, I'm not saying much, look. Oh, did you see where we were going? Oh no, I've given it away. Come on in. Most of you guessed it anyway. Most of you guessed it anyway. It's 10 o'clock. Good morning. Happy Monday. Welcome to the SHAC. Safe, happy and creative. Stay home and craft. And if you have to go to work and you're not catching up with us till later, that's fine. And if you're sitting in the back of the room with your coffee, just listening, that's fine. And if you're all poised with your pen and paper, ready to rock and roll, that's fine too. The whole purpose of the SHAC is to hang out for an hour every morning at 10 o'clock together and doodle. And today, literally, all you need is a pencil, a piece of copy paper, and a ruler. Ruler be good. Anything that you can draw along. Ruler's great. If it's a centimetre one, that's even better because I'm going to be quoting centimetres. And a rubber. You definitely want an eraser, I reckon. Yeah, you do. Okay? Okay, so you're all packed and ready to go. Last week we did the hummingbirds, didn't we? Didn't they come out lovely? I've been too busy to finish mine, but your work, look, I've still got mine exactly where I left them on Friday. But it's all right. They haven't been put away. They're here in my to-do pile. That's all right, though. All in time, right? All in time. We've had a fabulous weekend. Such a good weekend. And so today, I just want to get through today. And we're going on a really long flight. So I hope there's some good films on. Are you ready? We're going to... Go on, guess. What do you think? I know, you know already, don't you? Of course, we're going to Hawaii. Why wouldn't you? Hey? Why wouldn't you go to Hawaii if you could? I love it. Have you ever been to Hawaii? I used to go a lot when we lived in California, because it's not so far from Hawaii from California, is it? It's only 2,000 miles. But to go from London to California to Hawaii, that's a right hop, skip and a jump. Long old haul, that is. Really long old haul. So the good news is today we're already there. It's that simple. And I was thinking about how we're going to build our doodle, you know. And I had an idea, and I think it'd be lovely, and it'll take us the best part of the week. I reckon it'll take us a week to build it. But I thought, how about we create some beautiful photos, you know, so the whole thing looks like a postcard. Anyway, let me just show you. It's not much. I haven't done much because, you know, I've been pedaling all weekend. Cut me some slack, right? But I thought today we'd set the scene, you know, like make the frames and do some writing, because we haven't really done a lot of writing in our doodling, have we? Be nice to learn to do some scripts and that, don't you think? So what I wanted to do, are you ready? I don't want to rush. I'm not rushing. I've got a stonking headache. Take it easy. Today it's chill time. Very much so. Yeah. Did you enjoy the open days? Did you join in? Happy Day, Clarity Day, it was called, wasn't it? It was brilliant, really brilliant. And one of the best bits was, because Grace was driving it as well from New York. It was like having her in the building the whole time. I was with my daughter all weekend. It was fantastic. Right, let's have a look. So what I want to do, the object of the exercise today, I know this looks very simple, and it is. But there you go. So you've got a piece of A4 paper, right? And I thought, be nice to write aloha. Yeah, listen. Aloha, hello. Aloha. They say goodbye as well. They say aloha when you arrive, and they say aloha when you leave. Aloha. Go on, say it as if you had just arrived. Aloha. Isn't that lovely? Right, so we're going to learn how to do different writing. Because you can, look, you can do like we used to do at school when we got told off by the teacher. Do lovely big capitals that you could put patterns in, can't we? And then we can do scripty writing like that. And that's the sort that we can build into that. So I thought we could practice some of this. Yeah. And then we got 3 photographs. We're going to create the photos, right? We'll get the frames in place. And then I thought it'd be really nice because we could fill the back. So we won't pen these because we're going to have lovely plants maybe in the background, right? So do you know what I mean? So then these are sort of within a beautiful background. And then, of course, we've got our 3 Hawaiian scenes. So that'd be lovely. We could do one with an ocean and one with a luau, maybe a Hawaiian dance, maybe a little carrot character with a grass skirt on. I reckon we could handle that. Don't you? So this is what we're going to do today. Not so bad, eh? Slowly easing us into the week. You all right with that? Good, good. Aloha, aloha. I thought during the course of the week we could learn some Hawaiian. It's a very phonetic language. Very phonetic. They say it as it's written almost. So that shouldn't be too tricky. Mind you, we said that about Africa. That went really wrong. Right. So the first thing we want to do is get our old wrists limbered up and start doing some writing. Are you up for that? So grab a piece of paper. We're not going straight to task. We're going to get some, let's get going, shall we? Just get going. Take a piece of paper and let's just try writing some stuff. Who's got nice handwriting and who hasn't got nice handwriting? Right, so who decided that you didn't have nice handwriting? Well, exactly. Let's have a look, shall we? So what we're going to do is write aloha. You can write your name. Do you want to write your name rather than aloha? Let's write your name first. So let's just write it. There you go. Look, I'll tell you what we'll do. Let's take a ruler and let's just make a line and write along the ruler, right along the line. Yeah? And I've got let's have a play. What you're going to do is try not to lift your pencil at all off the paper, right? So for example, I'm coming down, I'm going back up, I'm going over, I'm going to keep going, I'm not even going to stop. There you go, Barbara. So I went down and over and round and I kept going. There's the B, there's the ARA. There you go. So in other words, whatever your name is, if it's a Jenny, there we go, there's Jenny. I don't come up for air. Let's pick Margaret. Came up for air, -1 point. So what I should have done, go again, Margaret, and then cross the T. With that one, you've got to go that way, I think. But you see what I mean? Let's try Susan. Pick any name you fancy. Do you see? And now try aloha. Aloha. So the trick is to not come up for air. Write it again and again. So you get this, you get into the idea of just not coming up for air. Just stay on the paper. Do you find that hard? See, that's the way I write. It's the way I write anyway. So now what we're going to do, we're going to come up for air this time. Just on that one. So that one goes up and over. We're going to get swirly like that. Aloha. See? Try and do it small. Oh, a little bit close. See? How are you doing? Is it working? Dead easy this is really, isn't it? I told you it was going to be an easy Monday. Just going to write aloha for an hour. Okay? Now the thing is, if you take aloha like this, let's take this one like that. Have you got one? Have you pick your favourite? Pick which one you like. Pick any one that you think, I like the look of that one. Yeah? I quite like the look of that one. That looks okay. Because what we want to do, you see, is learn how to turn it into solid writing. So it's not a line, but it's outlined. So you could, if you like, you could colour it in if you wanted to. See, have a look at that one. You see how what I've done? It's all in one long strip though. It's all open. It's almost like a stencil. You can see how we design stencils at work, can't you? See? So this bit here, if you like, comes out of there like that. Let me show you. And then that comes into there, and that comes into there. So then this becomes that bit there. So now that O is tanged, you see? It's tanged there. Tanging, we call it, when you tang a letter like this. So now it's tanged. So it's a continuum, look. Up it goes, round it goes into the A, comes out the other side. It takes a bit of practice. Some of you will be brilliant at it and some of you will need to practice a bit more. But it's a really nice thing to do. So let's take each letter. Say that's the one that I want to go with. That'll do, right? So if that's my, that'll do. If that's my letter and I've got my, so then what I want to do is make it, I want to double it up, don't I? So in order to do that, what I've got to do is now I've got to add, now I've got to add the inside bit, look, see? And this is going to be the, this is going to come round like that. Watch. So when this comes round, you see you've got to change it a bit. I'm going to have to change that bit. It's too big. I made the loop too big. Let's do it like that. So now this bit comes round like that, and then it takes over again down there, you see? So this comes up like that, comes down like that, and this is the bit in the middle. So then that bit comes away. This looks a bit ropey, but it does, you can see exactly how you end up. So this then, if you like, comes through here like that, see? Through there like that. There's my A. This looks like one of the, doesn't that look like one of those cancer ribbons? Nice, I might leave it just like that then. There we are. See what I'm doing? So then that comes like that and that comes like that. How are you doing? Is that working? Now this one, now we want to go into the L. So if you take this bit here, it's going to come through there like that, right? So that's coming through there like that, creating the illusion that it's wrapping through. So then what we're going to do is come up like this, right? So it comes like that and it goes like that. And then this one comes up like that as well, right? And then what we've got to do is this is going to come through like so and come back round the other side. So get your eye in. There's a lot of rubbing out goes on because you've got to get the, there you go. So you're going to get this middle one out of the way. That'll help you. Take that out. Right. See? So now it becomes clearer. So then that one comes around like so. And then this is going to be the loop. So it comes around like that. But then, of course, it goes like that, doesn't it? So it comes round like that, and then it sweeps through there, and then it comes down there, and up it goes to the next one. See, so already we've got Al, as in Aloha, right? Just showing you how you build it up. See? And it's all in pencil, so there's no pressure here at all, is there? Now let's have a look at the O. So the O, if we put the centre in now, like that, and then we're going to come round like that, and we're going to sweep the tang right through. Why not? That's the easiest way to do that. There you go. Piece of cake. So you put the centre in. You cool with this? Is this working all right for you? Am I close enough? That's plenty, isn't it? I think it's good to see the overall picture, isn't it? Like that. Right, so now we've got another one of these twists, haven't we? So we're coming up there, but we're coming down. Let's do the easy bit first. Let's do the bit there. So this is the H now, right? So the H, this is going to sweep through here and turn. This is going to, it's all right to go overlap. There you go, piece of cake. So now we've gone like that, like that, like that, and like that. And then when you take your rubber and you rub out the cross in the middle, you'll see it. There you go. Not so bad, eh? So we're only practicing. This is only a practice sheet. Well, this isn't best. I'm going to do best in a minute. We just want to get it right first. So then we come up to here. So this comes up to there, but then it comes back round again. And then we've got a lovely, well, we can decide whether we want to do a big swirl, right? Pens. Be nice. Aloha. There you go. And then you want the centre of the A. See? And it's done. So, and then when you knock out all the sketching, which was your core picture, your core script, how's it looking? Any good? There. Wasn't so bad, was it? What do you think? Aloha. I quite like that one. I mean, I'm putting it in thick pen now, only because I want you to be able to see it right. But obviously we're gonna I'm doing it in pencil. We're gonna do this in. We're gonna do this in pen eventually, right? When it's on our paper. But what we're doing here is just doodling in, aren't we? We're just doodling. Are we cool with this? Do you like writing? Come on in. So you don't have to have a massive skill set to do this, do you, really? It's just a little bit of practice. A little bit of practice. And I think the more you do it, the more confident you get as well. Don't you? I think so. Thing is, when you pen it and then you put the shade in, it will look fabulous. See, and then the other thing is, of course, if it's dark, if it's fat, like wide enough within, if the channels are wide enough, then you can add colour, can't you? Which is really nice. Or if it's even wider, then you could add images. But this is looking very good. So that's my point, that from a sketch like that, do that, and then you build that off the back of that. That's that lesson. That's that one sorted. And then, you know, if you wanted to do a little curl, do you remember when we were doing the feathers? Let's see if we can get a curl going. If, for example, I wanted to curl this up, you know, so that, you know, like it's as if it's curled round. Look, you could bring that up like that and then drop that in. Doesn't that look nice? See? Let's have a look if you can see what I'm doing. Oi, oi, oi. There it is. See the little curl? So that looks quite good. Like really ribbon writing, isn't it? Proper ribbon writing. Yeah? See if we can put a curl on the other A. I don't know that I would, but we could give it a go just for practice. Let's do this end. Let's do that. So you knock that line out, don't you? And then you put the line over a bit like that. See? Put it there. Curl it, do that. Bob's your uncle. Bob's your ankle. Fanny's your aunt. See? That's all you got to do. Looks a bit weird, but you get the picture. You know how to do it now. Hey? Cool. That's quite good, that, isn't it? So what I want to do now we've done some... How are you doing? It's only 20 past. Golly. Right, I want to sort that one out. I think I'll do one ribbon on one side, but I think it looks a bit weird on the other side. I'd rather keep that one like that, there, like that, and then make a little curl on that one. I might make a curl on that one, but that's pretty curly anyway, isn't it? Do you like this? I do. Let's have a look then. Now we've done that one, so we know how this works, don't we? There's your basis for that one, but smaller. See, as you get smaller, it might get more challenging, but we could give it a go. I like that as well, don't you? Just where you get the right shape, and then you go again and again and again. So it looks like scribble writing rather than ribbon writing. That looks quite good too. I thought we'd have a look. Box writing. Box writing's quite good. Because what that does is, it gives you an opportunity to put images within. You know, like all our doodles that we learned, you could use your Zen tangled doodles and your knots. See, even rather than outside now, we're looking at inside, aren't we? There you go. This looks quite... Watch. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. See, if the letters are big enough, like this, hang on, let's just get this going first. See, a ruler would be good for this, but hey-ho. I'm in the freehand mode. So then when you turn this round, when you go this way, you can see immediately how you could fill this up beautifully, couldn't you? There you go. And there's your We love this netting, don't we? Piece of cake this is. But doesn't that look good? So when we get to do Hawaii and all the different writing, that'd look really nice as well. So let's have a look. That's what I'm saying about doing large letters where the open space within is large enough that you could actually do patterns within it. So that's quite nice too. Or, you see, you can leave these open and then you can do the patterning on the outside. So negative. So this area here has got the pattern instead. See? Choices, choices, choices. Take another bit of copy paper then and let's practice some box writing, shall we? Done that one. Now let's do the box one. That'll do. Just practicing today and then we'll put the postcards in place. Right, so what about if we take our ruler and we'll put a line at the top and a line underneath. Right, that's going to be the first. That one first, okay? And then let's start with the A. We'll give it a bit of an opening rather than block. And then we'll decide, right, I reckon that the legs want to be about to there, say, right? So let's just start with the A and then the A will dictate the rest. So if we just do this, let's do it freehand rather than with a ruler, because this will give you a lot more scope. It's fun to do. See, so when you open it up, that I'm pressing harder now just to show you. There's your line there, and that runs parallel with that one. See? Like that. And then that one there and that one there, like that. A. Let's get rid of that one there. Right. Easy. I had it right and then I drew it wrong. Okay, so I've got my A in place. See? So you stretch it. It's like straddle writing. You stretch from the top line to the bottom line. I tell you what is a good idea as well is to write what it is you're writing. Because when you're focusing on letters like this, if you wanted to write happy birthday, for example, or something like that, then what happens is you get so focused on what you're actually writing that you spell it wrong. Right, so this one, see there, the L, I'm going to go about to there. I reckon that'll make quite a good L. Right, and then I'm going to make it like that. There you go. That looks quite good. So got a big base on the L, heavy base, look nice. Everybody will be doing this differently. See now, what you could do, if you felt like it, you could put the O there, or you could put it there. Let's try something different. Let's see, would a 10p piece be too small? Well, let's see if I can... You see what I'm getting at, don't you? You could do the... I wonder, if we do the O like that. So hover, right, and then go. I reckon that would look quite good, you know. Like a sun. Couldn't it? That would make a nice sun. It's just different options. Right, that will do. Was it a bit bigger? No, not bad. Not bad. Right, so there's your aloha. And now we've got the hello. Hello. Right, next one, H. I remember when we went, let me tell you the story about the lost luggage while we're doing the H, right? We went to Hawaii. We were living in Northern California and we took Grace. She was a nipper. And I was pregnant. That was what I remember. I was pregnant with Mark. See, I'm coming along here to do the H. So I was really very pregnant with Mark. Not just a little bit pregnant, but, you know, like I must have been 7 months. I was huge. And so I packed my suitcase full of lovely clobber to go to Hawaii. and we were going to the main island. The commercial island, which is Oahu. And that's the one where... You probably know all this. Oahu. Oahu. That's one of the islands. There's several islands, aren't there? But Oahu's the one that's got like the where all the hotels are, Diamond Head, Honolulu, you know, the main drag, the main airport, it all goes into Oahu. And so we, Aloha, right, so now I'm back on the A. So we were travelling from San Francisco to Oahu, and then we were going around the North Island where the locals live. All the rich and the tourists, they live on near Honolulu and Diamond Head and that. And then the locals, they all live over the other side of the island in Waimanalo. A lot of them live in Waimanalo. So, and we were going over to Waimanalo because that was where the big military base was. The military, the US military, because my husband was a lawyer in the army. They had like fantastic beach turf. They always have the most beautiful turf in the world, right? Beautiful beach. And so we were staying for next to nothing, like literally, because we were military, in this fantastic like chalet on the beach. Otherwise we couldn't have afforded it. And that's where we were, right? So we got there, and I'd packed all my lovely Hawaii dresses. Aloha. Right, I'd packed all my lovely Hawaii dresses. And then, right, how's it going? Did you do an O like that? Or do you wish you'd done a big one now? Well, it doesn't matter, because you're going to choose, aren't you? You're going to decide what you want. I actually quite like that idea of doing a sun like that, don't you? Right, there you go. Okay. Happy with that. Hope you don't mind us just doodling a bit and taking it easy today. Right, so we've done an aloha like that now as well. So box, yeah? And then, of course, so this one's quite angular, isn't it? This is straight lines, very angular like that. Let's do another one. Let's do one more. This time, let's make it a bit smaller. Let's check ourselves. We'll go there, right? But this time we'll only go, well, actually, you can turn the ruler around and use that, the lines. See the lines on the ruler? Just use one of the lines. You decide how big you want to go this time. I'm going to just use that one. There you go. Aloha. Right. So what we're doing this time? This time we're going to go more round, bubbly. Should we do a bubbly one? Like sort of 60s style. Do you remember? So this time we'll go softer. Like this. There we go. You know what I mean. It's like real hippie writing. It's very in at the moment. It's sort of retro. See? That kind of thing. Right, let's go this way. Right, this would be quite good. Anyway, so we got to Hawaii. Me, hugely pregnant. Heartburn a go-go. And yeah, I packed a suitcase full of loveliness. All my best dress. I've been saving up for this big trip before the baby came. And then my suitcase didn't arrive. My husband's did, but mine didn't. Okay, great. So let's do this one like a kind of a, like that. That's very, yeah, like an A, but it's an O. Okay, like that. You know what I mean? It's that kind of eggy O. Just play. It's just pencil play. There you go. Aloha. Right, H. We're going uppercase all the time here. We should try a lowercase one. Right, this time we're going more bubbly. Yeah? Let's do this thing. Yeah, there you go. This looks very 70s, doesn't it? Hippie time. Hippie times. Yeah, this is quite good. Keep your eye on that A, because you've already done an A. Yeah, so my suitcase didn't turn up. We were there for 10 days. I had no clothes. You know, I spent 10 days in my husband's T-shirts. Do you know what I mean? Trip of a lifetime to Hawaii, and I spent 10 days wearing baseball, basketball, Nike, everything, and all my beautiful flowery dresses, all my lovely maternity clothes that I bought just for the big trip. 10 days we were there. Guess what day the suitcase arrived? It had been everywhere, been all over the world. It had been to Japan. Well, it's actually not so far away. It had been absolutely everywhere, this suitcase. And it arrived on day 9. Day 9. And that's all I remember from that trip. I had what I was wearing on the trip and Rob's T-shirts. That was it. Boom. So what did I learn from that trip? What I learnt was you split your clothes between suitcases. That's what I learnt. I learnt that you never put all your gear in one suitcase. You split it over the suitcases. Yes. And I've never, ever packed that way again. When Dave and I go, it's like, can you take some of my bits? Give me some of yours, just in case, because you never know. Honestly, I'm a seasoned traveller, but I learnt the hard way. But there again, you know, at least it did turn back up, didn't it? Not that I'd ever wear the gear, because they were like, in Hawaii, they call them muumuus. They're like great big... I did buy one while I was there, because I got sick of wearing... I did have a muumuu. And they're like tents, really. And they've just got a hole cut in them, and they're just huge, big, wafty things. And they're actually called muumuus. Can I have a muumuu, please? What colour would you like, ma'am? Right, come on, writing. Let's have a look where we are. Aloha, son. Aloha. Are you liking this? Do you know, you could really... You've only got to get your old flower power out, and you've got a right old Mary Quant 70s. Look at that. Doesn't it? You could do a real lovely one. After a while, when you stare at Aloha long enough, it looks as if it's spelt wrong. So, now what we need to do, because I want to get the postcards in place, or the photographs in place. So now what you need is a clean piece of copy paper. We've done enough doodling. We've warmed up for the week, right? We've warmed up for the week. But now what we want to do is get our postcards in, don't we? Like this. There's a simple way to do this. And we're going to put our aloha in as well. So I'm thinking you could put your aloha where you like, right? I like it there. You can do this afterwards because you've been practicing. So you're going to put your aloha there. I'm going to show you how to do your 3 photos with a decollage, because this is going to set the scene for the rest of the week. And the way we're going to do this, right, is let me just show you. We're going to start pretty much in the middle here, about 1 inch off, and we're going to do the inside lines, but with a ruler. And you'll see it's 10 centimetres, or, let me get an inch ruler, or 4 inches, okay? So it's 10 centimetres wide, or 4 inches wide, and then height-wise, it's 7 centimetres this way, yeah? Or inches, it's 2 3/4 inches. 2 3/4 inches. Okay? Is it? Yeah, 2 3/4 inches. All right, so, and the great thing is with the ruler, you see, this is why these rulers are so good. So what we can do is we can decide, let me just check something. Oh yeah, okay. I'll check again, Gray. I'm very slow today. I apologise for that. We did go for it. We really did go for it over the weekend. We were so busy. Right, let's do that. And let's just do in the middle, more or less. I mean, it's just do 10 like that, right? I want to show you a trick. Simples. Right. That went well. Right, so those are 10 centimetres from there to there, right? Then we'll turn it round and we're going to go 7 centimetres or 2 3/4 inches, right? But what I'm going to do is use the lines on this. This is the Pergamano ruler. This is where this really kicks in. It's really brilliant. So you can use the line here to make sure that it's perpendicular. Do you see? So I can go from 10 to 17. So I'm going to go from there to 17. So I've done 7 that way. Then I'll turn it round this way and I'll do the same thing. So I can go, I want to go to 7 there, let's say. That will give me, and I just know then that it's, I've got a 90-degree angle here, see? Just by using this line along here. That's all. So we'll do that one next. And that's going to go, there you go, bang on. There. So that's my first photo. And what I want to do now, before I put the second one in place, I'm going to provide it, I'm going to put the decal edge around the outside. You know, when we ink this and we put the shadow on underneath, it's going to look fabulous. But we don't want to do that until we've got all the jungle, all the lovely tropical plants and what have you. But we need a frame. Everybody happy? This is chilled, isn't it? It's all right to be chilled. You've got to know when to stop, and you've got to know when to chill and take your foot off the pedal. I do. I mean, you may all be full of beans, but I am absolutely cream crackered today. Right, here we go. We're just going to jiggle along like that, and it looks like, you see, you just jiggle. You probably come quite naturally in the jiggling bit. There you go. Just jiggle along. Maybe if you hold the pen up a little bit more perpendicular, like that. Yeah, that works better. There you go. So you're just going to make a little, like an old photograph. This is going to look so nice. I was thinking, because when it's all finished, rather than doing it all bright colours, because we had plenty of brightness last week with the hummingbirds, I thought, do you know what would look really nice? That's a little bit boring, that one. I might have to go in a bit more, but I could do that in a minute. What would look really nice is if we did sort of an old sepia photo or something. You know, like we could take one of the neutral colours. Let's just get this a little bit more interesting. That's better. That's better. You could, we could just add a kind of a flash of that lovely warm grey or one of those beiges or browns from the polychromos or the pergoliners. You know, that'd be really nice. Right, so that's the first one. And then we're going to put the other one in behind that one, right? Bearing in mind that it's this line here that you're going to put in, right? So we'll put it at a jaunty angle, right? So if we put this at a jaunty angle, hang on, centimetres, we just want to go 10. So this is the one that dictates this one, what your angle is going to be. So I reckon that'll be about right, about there. Okay, I reckon. So I'm going to go from there to there. That's that one. To 10. Okay, you decide where you want to put your postcard. I'm going to put one there like that and one behind that one, but you have to do them one at a time, otherwise you get it's all confusing with the decal. Right, so then same thing again, round we go. Right, 7. So I'll go in like so, add that to that line there. Actually, I'm going to go in on the 10 because it's easier. I tell you why it's easier, because you can see better than at the end. There's too many lines going on there. Right, 17. It's that one. Turn the whole thing round. This is all right, isn't it? Got to get it started somewhere. Listen, you'll have jet lag for the first week of this trip, so don't, you know. There's last year we went to Maui which is one of the other islands. Beautiful. If I had to choose, I'd go with Maui any day of the week. Right. The thing I find when I went to, because we went to Oahu, the main, I say the main island. The big island is called Hawaii, which is volcanic, and really nobody lives there. But Oahu's the main island where all the commercial, very commercialised, right? The hotels, Honolulu, Waikiki, all that area. And what I found about Oahu was I struggled with the discrepancy between the rich and poor. There was a real, and it hasn't got any better. It was like that when, well, let me see, it was like that 28 years ago when Mark wasn't even born, and it hasn't got any better. Okay, there's a very marked difference between the wealthy at Diamond Head with their private piers and private beaches, and then go round a ways, just crazy, right? Maybe 3 miles, and there are shanty towns, like proper tents on the beach, And when I first saw it, I thought, I was very surprised. I'd never seen a shanty town like that, and that's where a lot of locals lived. And I thought, God, that's a bit. How is that possible? I mean, I guess nowadays that it's become more common. But I remember when I saw that the first time, I found it very depressing. I thought there was something wrong, that all these rich white Americans had taken over all these beautiful, and all the locals, who were the natives, were living in tents on the beach. I just thought there's something very intrinsically wrong here, people. But there you go. That's the way it is. Right. Now, if we go to this one, let's have a look. So we want one nearly straight, one at that angle. One. Be nice. It's a nice composition, isn't it? Simple. And now we go to the third one, which is going to be behind both of them, because we can have some real fun later on with shading doing this, can't we? So I'm going to put that one there and that one there, and this one's going to go, bearing in mind that you're doing there. So my dot's going to go, this is where I'm going to put it, there. That's where and there. This is going to be the baseline. It's got quite an angle on this one, Gray. Isn't it? That'll do. Right. Let's get our postcards in. 7. Get your line right. Okay. Yeah, that was my feeling. I just thought we're intruding here, really. I felt that. And you get a lot of, there are a lot of people, hang on, let's have a look, who beach bums. There's like just born to be free, but these shanty towns that I'm talking about, that was something completely different. You do get a lot of beach bums, surfers. It's a surfing mecca, isn't it? That was what blew me away with Hawaii, especially Waimanalo. I remember I'd never seen water that colour. That beautiful, because it was a white sand, and so the water was this incredible turquoisey blue, like you see in pictures, but Hawaii 5-0 sort of thing. Whereas when we went to Maui, it was a little bit more, there was more volcanic, I don't know, it was darker. And so the water wasn't as turquoise as that beautiful light blue. And I remember Gracie, she didn't like the sand. She didn't like the feel of sand between her toes. And so she she was great. You just stuck her on a towel and she never moved. you could go in the ocean and paddle, and you just look over and she'd be sitting there under the umbrella. Mommy, mommy. Oh, she was a cruel mum. Right, so now let's have a look. We've got our 3 postcards. And what's great is that we've put our decals in, but of course we haven't got to rub anything out because we've layered them up, haven't we? One behind the other. And now we're going to put in our Aloha. So this is where we have to decide. Well, you might want to put Aloha there. I'm going here. I've decided that I like Aloha here. So I'm going to make a line and then I'm going to go for it, right? So that's going to be my Aloha there, right there. And you need to decide where you want to put yours. So let's have a go. Right, you ready? It's always a good idea. I find that often it's a good idea, if you've done something like we did the Aloha, right? It's a good idea to stop and leave it for 10 minutes. It's like subconsciously it needs to just sink in. And then when you go back to it, there's been a translation. I find that often is the case. And then when you go back and try again, it works. However, having said that, I would go back to a scrap now to get my eye in, because many of you won't be used to taking your pen and just staying down and not moving. So what you want to do now, before you go straight to your good part, you want to get a piece of scrap again and try to do what it is you want to do on best. So you do it once and then you take that away and then you go again. You just want to get your eye in first. So how tall do I want it? Probably about that tall. That'll do. Right. And then off we go. So it will go up like that. And then I'm going to come over and down and there and like that and like that. That's my Aloha. That's about right. Right. And then I can decide, because I'm doing it quite, I want another hoop there like that. You've all got your own. I might do a little bit of a twirl on that one. Nice. You see? You've got your own art here. This is your art. So I'm going to go up and over. Right, I'm going to forget that you're there for a minute. That'll do. Perfect. You see? And then once I've done that, then I can come back round and I can start exactly what we did before. I can come round. I can make where was I going to do that? If that comes to there, then I'm going to move that over like so. Bring that round. There you go. Curve. Sorted. And then off we go. And then that will come round like that. This will come down like that. It's not bad, when you get started. And then this one's going to come round like so. Cool. This is a nice long one. It looks quite good. I might have to shorten that one. That looks a bit unnatural, that one. But that's okay. That's why we're working in pencil, remember? I like that, like that, like that. That's better. That's better, Gray. We might give it a point. I think it would look nicer with a point. Because I did draw it with a point. So up it goes like that, and round it comes. And then you just get rid with your... No wonder we sell a lot of these rubbers, really, isn't it? There you go. So it comes up, and you just got to get the flow. Here we go. And then this one here is going to go like that. What do we want to do at this end? Do we want to... Looks a bit stumpy. I think what we'll do there is we'll make another point. We'll make it more delicate, this one. So it comes around like that. Here we are, look. Let's make a little curve. Yay. Like it. See? And then round we come and off we go. So that, my friends, is what we're going to do. And this is your homework now. I'm sure that most of you are waiting until after we finish. I know you are. You're waiting until after we finish so that you can put your Aloha in really beautifully. Yeah? And then tomorrow what we'll do, we'll call it a day today. That'll do. Eh? 10 o'clock. We always say it's an hour. Well, I don't know. It just ended up being an hour. It always seems to come to its logical conclusion, doesn't it, at 11 o'clock? But, it's not a slot. It's not a TV slot. It's just as long as it takes. And so today, I'd say we'll stop there. We've learned how to do block writing. We've learned how to change it. It's the script one that interests us, though. We like that one. And I'd like you to add your aloha to your artwork. You've got your 3 photographs in place. And then tomorrow, we'll concentrate on the background. We won't do any pen work yet because we still want to get those beautiful tropical plants in, the fauna, the plants, the flora, sorry. Unbelievable, so exquisite. So I'm gonna do a little bit of research for you, and tomorrow we'll look at some beautiful plants from Hawaii. And do you know what? This was interesting. Do you know when I said last week we were looking at the hummingbirds? And I said, because you automatically think they must be in Hawaii, right? But I caught myself and I thought, no, I haven't ever actually seen a hummingbird in Hawaii. I've seen lots of other loveliness, but I've never seen a hummingbird. And I thought, that triggered a thought in my head. And so I looked it up when we were done, and I looked up hummingbirds in Hawaii. Well, apparently they're banned. You're not allowed to have hummingbirds because they're nectar eaters. Isn't this fascinating? Because you'd think tropical, you'd think they'd be everywhere, wouldn't you? Little colibris, hummingbirds. No. And the reason is, and I thought, how'd you ban them? So that's when I looked up that it's 2,000 miles from the mainland. The hummingbird can't get that far in one flight, right? Because I can't imagine there'd be a little sign outside the door of Hawaii going, no hummingbirds allowed. Hummingbirds keep out. They can't get that far on a single flight. Okay, so that means that a human would have to import them, and that's not allowed. And the reason that it's outlawed is because they would affect the pineapple crops. I remember going to a huge pineapple plantation. That's in Oahu. I never seen so many pineapples in my life. I still got a beach bag, Aloha pineapple bag from I think it's the Del Monte. I think it was the Del Monte. Amazing, just miles of pineapples. And I do like a pineapple, but the hummingbirds are not good for the crops, and that's why they're banned from Hawaii, and that's why I've never seen one there. And now we know the rest of the story. So on that interesting note, I shall love you and leave you. Thank you very, very much for your assistance, lovely Lucy. And tomorrow we'll start on some beautiful plants. I've already been practicing a little bit, but I just want to get it right for you. So I'll see you tomorrow. Do like, follow and share, because who knows, other people might want to come to Hawaii with us. Hey? Tomorrow we're going to Maui. We're doing a little island hop to Maui because the plants over there are spectacular. Get away from the tourists, get away from Waikiki. Done that, didn't like it. Let's get over to Maui. All right, lots of love. Bye-bye now. All right.